ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Betway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, and ESEA.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 7 of the Asia Pacific region, and in particular the Chinese qualifiers, where the winner of the series that we're showing tonight will make their way to the APAC finals. And well, so far MVP.PK a very strong foot forward. 16-1 on Inferno, which is Flash Gaming's map pick. I just confirmed that.
Yep, well, you know, that's exactly what you want. You want to stomp your opponent on your map pick. Go onto your comfort pick feeling a little bit too comfortable, and maybe that's an out for Flash back into the series.
Maybe it is an out so far, but it's still a lot of things to discuss, obviously. I mean, maybe some of the Flash Gaming players not playing enough ECA pugs, for example, to get the aim warmed up beforehand. And that's always something where it's like, you know, before a big match, were you a big person where it's like, I'm just going to jump on an ECA pug and just get a few kills going?
I would usually pug if I had a disappointing match or a disappointing practice and I didn't feel like I got enough out of it. Go in for a quick pug, you know, play your standard angles, get a couple of kills, and make yourself feel a little bit better about yourself with that balanced matchmaking. You're not getting your head blown off by, you know, the top teams in your country. Yeah,
I mean, that was that matchup definitely didn't look balanced. It's like, imagine if you got into a match and it was like, there's a Zine there who's just clicking on all the heads. It would be.
He does that in a match. He just pushes apps like that in a match. Imagine in a pug the kind of stuff that guy would do to you.
Man, he would just mess people up. It's like 40 bombs is just the standard for Zine. I mean, we're just like seeing how well that you know, MVP Project Korea were playing all around, and for Flash Gaming, you know, there were like, you know, very small glimpses. And I think that's a very accurate thing. Very, very, very small glimpses. And it's just not enough.
A couple shots here or there, a couple sharp ones, but you got to get the consistency in there, boys. You can't just, you got to get more than one round on your own map pick. It's just, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was definitely looking shaken. I think the Betway odds will show that as well. Before, it was favored over to Flash Gaming, and now it should be jumping back towards MVP.PK's side. We can see it is very heavily in MVP's favor, and rightfully so. 16-1. A lot of people will probably looking at that going,
that's probably what I would have put.
Yeah, like where's the Flash Gaming lineup coming out of? And it just looks so stuttered. It looked disjointed. Even in situations where normally we see teams like, you know, they group up, try to play a 2-on-5 no matter how hopeless it was. It was like Flash Gaming in one stage, I think it was a 2-on-5, and they'll split up. Like the bombs in the mid. One's an A bomb site, one's a B bomb site on the T side, and it's like, hang on a moment, what's going on here at this stage? And that may be something concerning going forward. Now, Mirage, new map, Flash Gaming can definitely come back into this.
New map, new me.
New map, new me, and new Flash Gaming. That's what they have to be believing and thinking. But on the side of MVP.PK, it will just literally be another day at the office for them if they keep this up. It's just like,
yeah, they just need to not slow down.
Just keep up the pace. You know, you got Zion just controlling it at the moment. All the players are feeling good. You know, the core 3 rule, when you have 3 players in your team that are running red hot, it is very, very difficult for you to lose the game. And we didn't see anyone from stepping up in Flash Gaming, and not even a single person. Normally we're talking about the likes of, you know, Summer and Attacker, you know, having good game. We've seen Lovey also have like tons of good games as well. Some of the new talent coming into the lineup, they need to shine now. It doesn't mean if they lose tonight that they're completely out, but it is going to severely dent their chances going forward.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I mean, yeah, definitely going to have to see the veterans step up, because, I mean, even in the small signs of life that we saw from Flash Gaming in that last map wasn't coming from the veterans. We saw a couple nice shots there from Orman. Aeon almost winning a couple of clutches, but, you know, PK, it doesn't matter. They demolished him in all the rounds. They won all the clutches. They won all the hearts of the pillies. And that's what matters at the end of the day. And
not just the pillies, but the crats. And I'm fairly certain just the audience watching it on Facebook at the moment as well. There's just clinical Counter-Strike performance. Like, you can't ask for anything more of the CT side. Crossfires, check, you know, aggression, taking Nana control, flashbangs, playing smart, getting aggressive when you need to. It's just check everything. In Flash Gaming, just no response. We normally talk about checks and balances. That wasn't balanced.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't balanced.
So hopefully now, with Flash Gaming starting on the CT side, they'll have a couple more rounds to try to get into the groove of things. But now MVP.PK, what are they going to be doing? Are they going to be keeping up the tempo, just driving it in, or are they going to slow things down and try to get the nerves?
One set of utility, and it's HSK going to apps. So this indicates a much slower piece around from PK.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you know, do they slow it down and just trying to make Flash Gaming nervous at this particular point in time, where they're going to try and force the CTs to make a move before they do?
The appears so, and, you know, PK just set up in these apps, 2 towards unders just to clear that out. They've got Solo just spotting top mid to check for any pushes. Meanwhile, in the Flash Gaming camp, 2 towards mid, 2 towards A, 1 retake B. No kits, so worst case scenario here is that PK actually walks back to B, gets the bomb down and gets some really solid post plants, because all the time it's going to take to clear out apps, clear out short pillar, clear out benches, get out of the shop. They're not going to have a kit in time to defend. HSK selling a bit of an A fake. It's going to be some mid push from the rest of the PK side, but Allman's here in connector. He's not watching cat. He really needs to pick up one.
He did pick up Solo, so he picked one up at the very end. Just didn't want to expose himself, and I think this must be a much better hold. And there it is. Aeon starting off really well. Zeph though with 2 kills, looking for more, trying to find this close range engagement with a Glock, and he does find it as well. Onto Lovey, and now Allman. He's been the one who's picked up 1 alongside with Summer so far, but down to a 2-on-2, a down to the B bomb site. Summer might be the difference because that's 2 kills coming out from Summer of B apps. That's much better. We were expecting that in the previous game. Now we're seeing it, and now we might have a competition on our hands. Sure, that was pistol round, but a much better start.
Yep, getting excited.
Especially with Summer just having some of that aim at this stage.
I mean, that's the only out for Flash at this point at the moment. It looks like teamwork's out the window, but individuals dominating their opponents.
Look, I mean,
Sounds like Flash Gaming to me.
Like Inferno may just mean a little bit more tilting, you know, like where you're not winning the aim deals against MVP, you're starting to climb up, you're not talking as much. And Mirage, you know, this is where afterwards, you know, you just need one voice going, guys, why are we playing like this? You know, we're better than this, etc., etc. A bit of yelling maybe, that's how it generally goes before people actually get their head screwed on again. You sometimes do need to yell a little bit to get the point across because...
preferably before you lose a map 16-1, but, you know,
I mean,
if worst case scenario, get it in afterwards. Get yourself back into the game.
I think that's like a different philosophy, right? Like, I never liked blasting my teammates when they did something wrong during a game, especially in an official. I'd go and wait afterwards and go, guys, like, probably stronger language, then what the heck was that? But the point stands is like, you know, you need to wake them up, but at the same time not say something and just completely tilt these guys so they're going to play poorly in the next one. So it's always a fine balance between the two. As it looks like they found one.
I mean, they can't physically play worse than they did last map, so I don't really worry about that too much. Allman just getting binked by Solo, boosted up in the window. Rest of the pistol is trying to work their way up connector. Zeph, you know, he's got Allman who he can... Ooh, HSK hunting him down, strafing out with the Deagle, just ripping his head off, and that's an A4 down. Attackers hiding under the balcony, clinging on for dear life. Lovey just picking someone up from the ladder or cat position, I believe that was. Zine, you know, half the clip still left. Almost picks up Summer with a quick dink onto him, but hard fought round from Flash. They're going to close it out. But pretty good damage.
Good damage, but this is a much better start for Flash Gaming at the moment. So they're going to be quite content with this, but they can't just rest on the laurels. Need to continue the good work. And it comes with a single round at a time. And that's going to allow them to build the advantage. It's going to allow them to build the lead. And they're probably going to be looking for a 9-6 half.
Now, I've watched probably 3 or 4 maps of PK play Mirage. And they've got a pretty interesting philosophy. They either go A or they go B. And they don't touch mid most of the time.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I said to myself...
I was going to leave it at that. I was really tempted to just leave it at that.
I was going to go into full sarcasm mode, but I told myself today, Peely, we told ourselves, look, not too much sarcasm today.
Yeah, tends to get me in trouble sometimes.
I think it got both of us in trouble. So not as much sarcasm today, but seriously, they're either going to go A or they're going to go B. I know what the meaning is, though, there.
Yeah, look, where on a map like Mirage that for T's, the mid control's the standard. That's exactly what you expect to come out. A bit of mid control, try to get someone in con or ladder, keep the CTs guessing, make sure they're not stacking towards the sites or pushing out too much, and just keeping your lurkers on the extremity of the maps to just punish aggression and whatnot. However, PK is a first, straight out with the mid control first round into the game, and you know, that's a promising sign because I used to criticize them quite a lot, especially when the maps started to get nice and close. They would just be throwing execute after execute at their opponents, running into rifle stacks, etc., etc. And now we're seeing some mid-control out from them, so good stuff. Good to see that over time they've sort of changed and evolved. They've added more stuff into their game plan, and we'll get to see what they're going to do with this. They have really very little utility left, so they're going to go for a bit of a death squad up cat. Can't really blame them. Smoke comes out and they're going to go for a fast split up the cat, but Lovey does quite a lot of damage to two of them. He gets one for his trouble. Aeon's not going to be ready for Zine coming out of apps, and he drops the molly far too late to do anything. So worst case scenario coming out here for Flash Gaming. MVP's in the bomb site. They don't have great post plants, to be honest, but it's going to be quite hard to get out of market.
Well, Orman's going to be caught out with a grenade in hand, and now Summer, just the last man left standing. But if there is a man, he's had a great start so far, and he's looking to continue it. He does not want to be bullied out of this series so far. The bomb plant is for short, though, and the T is going to be playing around this. One in B apps, just hiding behind the partition, and one inside ladder room. Almost impossible for him to try to get an opening. He's going to fire a few shots, going to be running close to the van, maybe trying to take this duel in B apps, but just too many angles to be checking eventually. And he's taking a lot of damage. He should be able to get out of here, because Zine is not going to be watching the cross. No, the bomb explosion is going to take him out, and he's going to go down. Klo just shooting one at his already dead body. So MVP, just once again, like, it's the small things that they do right. It looks so easy when they crunch on the B bomb site, but they're trading each other out at short. They're going in so quickly. There's no way for Flash Gaming to read this, and like Aeon is at the stage is just so preoccupied with short. Zine's just been waiting there the entire time, just comes in, and that is a sign of a well-rehearsed team. When your B apps player is coming in at the perfect time, you know that this team has been practicing that many and multiple times.
Oh yeah, it's either just a game sense, and lucky that Flash has enough for a buy. But the thing I was most impressed about that was just that post plant. I mean, Summer's having a crazy game so far. He's 7 for 0. He got them that piss round. He's got them most of these 3 rounds so far. And, you know, that would be the perfect moment for some vintage Summer, the 1 versus 2, but the positions PK are playing in that post plant, he's got no chance. It doesn't matter how sharp he is. No one's giving him an aim duel. Speaking of aim duels, Flash is winning them all and giving himself further into this map. Zeph, so aware.
He's like, all right, there's one ladder. What would I be doing? I'd be dropping down onto the box to continue my killing spree. So I'm going to start pre-firing here. So it's like CT dies in the smoke, and he just goes, all right, that's cool. Olmeth, though, just peeking out, wins the aim deal against Zeph. So bit of trades going back and forth, but now Flash Gaming going to be closing it out pretty comfortably. HSK, last man left standing. Just looking to find picks with the Galil, but Flash Gaming just taking the duels at mid, and they're winning. They're coming out on top, and that's something we didn't see on Inferno. Now we're seeing it on Mirage, and I'd say the series is now well alight.
Yeah, get some confidence in your game, boys. PK, look at their money. That's a double eco on 3 of their players. Sad times. Where's the HSK AWP? I want to see some HSK AWP, because it's pretty much uncontested at this point. This is a 5 rifle lineup from Flash. I mean, Summer's sometimes on the secondary. And I mean, you know. What?
But how can they have a secondary AWP if they don't have a primary AWP?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin.
That is a good question, Billy. So he's a primary AWPer.
I mean, he has to be.
You bamboozled me. Just
Maybe
a little bit.
Is Kaze on the bench? Because that would pay
yeah,
me out.
Kaze's
their
not
primary
on
AWP is on the bench, Kevin. That's my smart response.
I don't remember if he was benched or if he left. I just remember he's not part of the active lineup at this particular point in time. So, I mean, it always goes back to, you know, we say that with these Chinese lineups, anyone's an AWPer. When they're feeling it, they pick up an AWP. They could wreck face completely.
I mean, that goes true for some of the members of Tyloo and some of the ex-members of Tyloo who are playing in this game.
I mean, Attacker and Summer, if they're feeling it, they just take an AWP. They can run away with this game at the moment.
If they're feeling it, they could just win this series and then go on and win the whole APAC Pro League quals. But so far, haven't seen too much from them. Starting to get it together in this game, though, and that's exactly what we want to see. Hey, Zine.
He's just having fun trading out Glocks, playing pick a Glock. Eventually, he's going to have to pick one, though, as they're going to slowly...
Is he, though? Why doesn't he just opt out to all of the, you know, all the madness and just go knife out? It makes more money, so it's probably a better weapon choice, right?
That's employing Karath logic, and I don't think we should be, but they're going to be trying to push this B-Apps player off, but there's an Incendiary Grenade. 25 seconds left. You're going to have to Reeve running into this crossfire soon, and with no pistols really, only pistols, sorry, and 2 flashbangs, not much firepower to be working with. The flashbangs have to be great, but there's another smoke grenade pushing them off. Flashbang dodge, and now it's just going to be the killing streak happening. There's not going to be any trades right now. Just so much time for the CTs to be working with. Both Lovey and Aeon just locking down the site.
That's exactly what you want to boost up your confidence now. Just get some nice eco frags, chew them up. And, you know, that's a nice appetizer to move forward into the rest of this main meal of Mirage.
Absolutely, and the final map going to be Cobblestone, if we do manage to get that. And so far, Flash Gaming looking poised to try to push it into a 3-map series. MVP.PK will decide to force in this round. So I was about to say, with the Glocks in the previous round, when you might have had to go on the double eco, they force in this one. They've got 2 AK-47s, 2 Galils, and a UMP. And if this is a substandard buy, I would be correct.
Here comes the B exec. Molly onto the car. And
Aeon might be caught completely out of position, though, and he will be caught completely out of position. Not calling the push just in time, and as a result, Zeph just getting the very easy opening pick. Solo's going to find Allman as well, and he's just going to back out of mid. There's no ability for Lowy to get the trade, so as soon as you praise Flash Gaming for landing a few shots, MVP.PK, they're just going to come back in the B bomb site and just drop bombs there instead.
never had a chance to land any shots, Kev. Barely.
Flashed out, mollied out, trying to get in a better position, trying to bail his way out of there. But, I mean, the analogy I'd use is that the shipper is already half sunk and you're trying desperately with buckets to get rid of the water. It's too late at that stage, mate. You just got to stand and make a fight much earlier on.
Last time it was 4 up Cat. This time it's 4 out of the apartments, and you saw how much love he was playing in the ladder room this entire round. He still hasn't left. He's expecting that short push to come in. He's like, "Where's all the boys up short?" Well, mate, they're all at ups, killing your B anchor, and you're stuck in Cat as the second B player.
But that's the danger from when MVP successfully pulled off the first execute. And now I'd say they go back to probably the A-bomb site, because Flash Gaming, they're putting so many resources on mid at the moment. We can see that Summer, yeah, he's off to an amazing start, right? He's had 3 rounds where he's just blasted off heads. But in the buy rounds, he's been completely non-existent in the rounds that they've lost so far, because MVP have just avoided him. Yep. And Summer's like, please come to me, guys. I really want to get more kills. But MVP is just dodging him.
And then, you know, in the final round where they actually do engage him and Zeph just entries in like that and blows your head off, you wonder, am I still, like, on fire in this game? What's going on?
Well, I mean, Aeon got his head blown off, so unfortunately for Aeon, he's going to be blinded out again. No mollies this time, but he's just caught in no man's land. And Zeph finding 2 targets, both underneath window, but Aeon! Huge spray coming out of the A4. He's had enough being bullied out, and HSK, he's going to find 2, and he's looking for more right now. He's actually found 3 so far, 34 HP. Oh no, HSK, he's just gone, all right, Aeon, that was impressive with the A4, but here's how you do it with a 47. And now Summer, not a single death just yet. He might be able to continue this up. He might have just bought enough time to confuse HSK. And there it is, Summer, a crisp shot to lock it out. But so many guns lost for Flash Gaming. What an exciting round that was. But Flash Gaming going to be cleaning up. And they put another one on the board.
I was, you know, about to criticize Aeon for his positioning as the B anchor, but never again will I say a bad word about him. That was just some crisp A4 control.
Mate, he just went, all right, screw positioning. I'm just going to stand here and duel it out. And duel it out he did. Perfect spray control, 3 edge shots. And then HSK went, oh, you got 3, I got 4.
Here comes the force from PK.
They have to at this stage because A, they're starting to lose a lot of rounds. They don't want the CT economy to bloom out of control. And B, I don't think Flash Gaming's economy is that great as well because they lost so many guns in the previous one because of HSK. It's
the false sense of security coming out, Kev. And here's the A exec you were talking about going towards the A bomb site. Just leaving the lurker on mid as solo. You'll see this quite a lot from PK, and you'll see the same thing on Cobblestone on the T side. They like to leave in towards the A side of the map and just death squad as 4 towards B. Get to see attacker in this sandwich position is going to be very dangerous for the PK side. It's going to be quite hard for them to actually get onto this bomb site running into these crossfires.
Just going to have to say Solo's having a bit of a stinker so far. Only a single kill, and I don't think Zion's also hot as well. I think Zion doesn't have too many.
It's just a false sense of security, Kev. Like, you know, PK, they thrashed them in the last map. They're feeling super comfortable. They're not too switched on. They're ready to cruise their way to the APAC. And Flash Gaming, they're a bit pissed off. They're trying to come back into this game, and we're going to see how it levels out further over the series.
Oh no, attackers just standing there trying to find the timing, but they've just been sitting there this entire time behind that Molotov at A ramp. They're not interested in pushing out, but this buys a lot of rotation time. But Zeph, he's been so sharp on the entry so far. HSK also joining in now. He doesn't need all to have an impact. He just needs a good old rifle in his hand. And now triple. Oh, love you overextending, but look at that from HSK and Zeph. Just the 2 of them rolling into the A-bomb site. They don't care if there are CTs there. It just means more targets to take down. And Flash Gaming, well, their economy is not looking too crash hot after the damage HSK brought 2 rounds ago. So all of a sudden, they're actually on the last stretches of their money. One P250, they forced up this one P250, one UMP, and they brought out the sniper rifle finally. It's going to be on Summer.
And I mean, last map we saw, you know, Zion and Glow going off this time. HSK and Zeph coming in hot, getting all the entries and the big impact kills.
And Flash, once again, just putting to it short. You can see actually how scared they are of the B side hit. Most of these rounds, they're putting more people on the B side of the map as compared to the A side of the map. And if MVP realize this, I don't think they will unless they run into the stack. Or they may have from an earlier round. They'll probably gamble, okay, let's just go A again. Plus, A was so weak last time. They were just able to get the entries on a very subpar buy against a fully kitted up CT side.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll see a CT in Sandwich for some reason again.
Probably not. They're going to actually go for a completely different approach and just have fancy retaking with the AWP. See if he's able to get any picks on PK coming into the bomb side or whether the smokes will be too strong.
He's going to be smoked out immediately, but look where the bomb is. It's all the way at B bomb site. So this is a really big fake coming out of MVP. And Summer, oh no, he's missed the first shot, but the flashbang does manage to save him though. So he won't go down just yet. Aeon just playing around the edge of the smoke. The T is just actively looking for him at the moment. He's still in the kitchen. He suspects that there's a CT close, and there it is. He's found him. Glow will be able to get the opening kill. Zion's with him now, so they've rotated 3 members across. Now Lovey, he's made a few shots for UMP, and there it is. Zion finally coming into action, but there's still CTs here. They need to be cautious.
Ooh,
now at the same time, oh no, Attacker goes down without finding any damage, and Summer at the same time, the A-bomb site just got split apart. Took too much damage early on, trying to find more aggression and peeking. He's not going to find anything but death, and now Allman coming into B-Amps. He's just going to call this a lost cause, and he's going to look to save the M4A4. But really, this is where MVP.PK, they may be napping a little bit early around, but now just another extra dimension on their strats. And look, there's still, Zeph is still on the A-bomb side. And it's like, if Allman just keeps running, he won't, thank goodness. He was about to be hurt out, but Zeph is suspecting there's one in CT. Reality, it isn't. Allman's all the way at A ramp. Hasn't spotted out the T just yet, but Zeph has spotted him out. Just tucking himself away into the ticket corner. And Flash Gaming can't even save the M4, so this has gone from good to just bad at the moment. Not ugly just yet for Flash Gaming. Still 6 rounds on the CT side, so you can allow MVP to get a few on the back of their players, and you get the M4s again, and you start fighting back.
Yeah, going to be an eco out from Flash. They're not going to have the best of supplies next round because a lot of them will be sitting around that 3K mark. Just some rifles, maybe a smoke flash here or there. No intense molly action. Now we got HSK straight onto the AWP. First time this series, I believe.
I think I did see him with the AWP on Inferno a couple of times, but once again, he wasn't really the shining star at that particular point in time. No need to when Zion is making the AK-47 look like this insane laser-accurate death machine, and Lovey's thinking about peeking into it. There's an AWP train on his line. So 2 Ts will take this ladder control together on the back of the flashbang. Your short's covered off, and it's just vintage teamwork coming out from MVP.PK. Small things being covered off. Now it isn't. They've left the ladder players alone, and that may be the point of concern until Glow actually decides to swivel around and cover the weak point.
The massive B stat coming out from Flash, but MVP, the way they're playing the anti-eco, there's no way of them scouting this out unless Zeph starts to push up Con a little bit more, but they do actually have Solo moving in through jungle, and they've started to scout A out. They're seeing that a lot of the common positions where a stack would come in are quite clear. They're going to clear out A slope. They're already walking onto the bomb site, so they've realized this is a B stack from Flash. Glow from the ladder position is going to be able to gather a lot of info for his team.
Yeah, he's just going to have to sit there. He just needs to be patient, as Solo's found one at CT. So there it is. Glow finds one. Knows now the pressure's probably going to be on it, but I think he spotted out the shadow earlier on. He's looking for more, and why not? Because that is just crisp aim coming out from Glow. And now Aeon just trying to find any little chip damage he can, but the T's know he's going to be hunting it down, so Glow makes it too easy. That's exactly how you play an anti-eco, ladies and gentlemen. Just slowly push out. You know, Solo just goes, look, I'm not having the best game, so I'll go first. I'll be covered off by my teammates, get all the information that you need. And there you are, not even losing a single gun, where we see sometimes T's actually losing a few guns on the back of the pistols from the CT side. But a buy coming out now for Flash Gaming. And it's not a great one.
Economy on the side of PK as well. crazy stuff.
I think the score was actually, I think, was it 4-1 at one stage? Like,
Yeah.
They just got reset as well. So it was like 4-2, they just got reset. Or
Straight
4-1.
back into it. Smart money management coming out straight away.
So a much slower round from both sides as Flash Gaming. They don't have much utility, so they may have to make a play on this A ramp to try to suss out something. But Mitch, what are you making so far of this contest?
I mean, I feel like PK's been in the driver's seat the entire time. It's just one pistol for Flash. They won that one gun round and came out strong. Aeon, you know, he had that massive 4K and it still came down to a 1-on-1. So apart from some individual plays here and there, I feel like PK is still just the better team. And the testament of that is just that the fact that, you know, in terms of the kills and the deaths, you know, PK's stats, they don't look fantastic, but they're completely in the driver's seat of this game. Whereas some of the Flash guys, you know, their stats are pretty good, but they've got no money. You know, they're slowly losing control of this half.
Now they definitely need to take this one. Otherwise, you're correct. MVP.PK now firmly in the driver's seat. If you let them just go on for a little bit too long, they're able to take an absolute mile. And Zep, his first man out, but this time not getting the opening kill. Aeon's still alive, so is Lovey, which is going to be so important. They're in a very good crossfire position, but where did Aeon go? No, he's still underneath there. This just saw his X-ray disappear for a little bit. Now HSK finding one. Zion now coming across a 2-on-2, but Orman's already make his way into the bomb site. And there's also one flanking it short. So the short flank making a lot of noise. Now also Orman going to be heard out. So Zion's going to take him out. And Solo in the last 8 or 10 seconds, should I say, is able to pick off Summer. So this is now gone very, very bad for Flash Gaming. Where we had a couple of positives early on. You know, Summer off to a red hot start. And Lovey as well as Aeon locking down the B bomb site. But we're not seeing that anymore. And as a result, MVP.PK, the trade's just coming out superior for them. The better teamwork. Shining at this particular point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you saw in that round the initial hit coming out from PK of the people who weren't really throwing grenades. They get absolutely demolished, but then the reset from PK, they take a little bit longer, a little bit of extra time to just get in the right positions. And then, you know, the trades come out. And once the round breaks down, it's a 2-on-2. The rotators come in from Flash. And the key there really is just being aware that the short flank can come in. A lot of teams will just be really focused on market in that scenario, and they might, you know, just be blind to that short push and lose the round that way. But PK, they realise that so much time has gone past. Flash could really be in any position at that point, and it's going to reset Flash back onto another save. They've got a couple of Deagles and CZ, so you can't really count them out in this round, but I feel like it's PK all the way moving forward in this game. And Flash, they look completely lost on their T side of Inferno, and that's their map pick. I don't feel great about this Mirage T side moving forward.
Look, you're going to have to hope and believe if you're a Flash Gaming supporter. 45 seconds left. Orman in a good position to do some damage, but I don't think his foot has been spotted out, and he is still quite safe right now. And HSK missing an AWP shot. A CZ is going to be depleted, but he's not going to be traded out. Ready to reposition himself to do some more damage. And Lovey's also here as well on top of balcony. He notices there's no one in Palace just yet, but Zion's been there the entire time holding. Now Orman's going to come up and try to find this Palace player. He does manage to do so. Retrieves an AK-47 and a Molotov for his troubles. 20 seconds left. The T's going to have to commit to the flank. Attacker needs to land this shot, but he won't be able to do it before the bomb plant goes down. Does manage to get the kill. What a shot coming out from Aeon. This is a big turnaround now because HSK is the last man left standing. The Pistols managed to make it work for Flash Gaming. They're sticking the defuse. There's no way for HSK in here. He's just going to bail it. And Flash Gaming, that was the opening that they needed. Good pistol work coming out from the majority of their players.
Aeon's so sharp, some of the shots this guy's hitting.
All of them were just able to scurry around, reposition, find just that one pick and fall back to a safer position. MVP, this time their trade game not on point, not clearing out the corners, with Flash Gaming taking a few aggressive risks is going to work out for them.
Oh, you guys won with pistols there, I see. Let me just wipe my tears with all my money.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's money or whatnot. That's a round that Flash Gaming needed. And MVP, I mean, 6 rounds on the T side is not bad considering that you've lost the pistol and you're already down pretty heavily at the start.
Yeah.
But you wanted to probably close this half out 9-6 with your MVP. You felt like you were in the driving seat of Orman this time. He's heard the dink noise on the helmet, and he just goes, wait a second, that's actually a damage tag. And Solo is actually going to go down very quickly on. Zion's managed to sneak his way into Tetris. I don't know how.
The wall doesn't go dink, Kev.
Yep. And Orman's just caught out completely surprised. He's not expecting Zion to be there, and Zion just
gets away for free as well. Straight back in, though.
Yeah, team's going to commit on the back of this. HSK just going to be smoking himself off and flashing out to try to find an opening pick from balcony. But Summer might be watching for this right now. HSK just staying hidden. He's not pushing beyond the threshold just yet. Now he is. He's going to scope up, but Summer coming up from jungle is going to be traded out immediately by Zion. But Zion, he's just so sharp. He's coming off, just ripping all the heads off. And now Attacker is also going to find his life gone because it's just so sharp from MVP. And it's such a good start from Flash as well. They get the dink. They go, okay. I know there's one tier there. That's a good start. Going to be feeling pretty happy. Solo goes down, and then Zion's just gone, I've had enough, you know. 27 kills in the previous game or something like that. Only 8 so far. I need some more. And you can see he just walks in, gets the kills, and
That's
MVP,
scary.
yeah.
It's like a bulldozer. Just picks up everything in his path.
Imagine if it's like, whoever's calling for MVP.PK, it's like, all right, you're struggling. All right, Zion, go kill. Okay. Okay, boss. All right, I've killed 6 CTs, what now?
Like that
and
FaZe meme, that's Carrigan's job. Go kill.
Yeah, go kill. It's like everyone's trying to kill Carrigan. In this case, like maybe everyone's trying to kill Solo because he's having a bit of a rough T side, but then it's like he's just the tactical bait at the moment for MVP because everyone else is stepping up. And Solo just, you know, pretty rough position as well. You're lurking by yourself at mid, trying to create an opportunity to try to sell out this fake. So obviously you're going to lose your life more than not.
It's got to be like a bit of a... It's surely like PK's been playing for so long that it's got to be a bit of a meme now in the Asian scene. It's like versing the old Get Right. Every T side I see PK, it's like, oh, we killed Solo, they're going A. You killed him in B apps, they're going A. You killed him in mid, you know, if you've got some B apps control, you know exactly what's happening because you know Solo's most of the time by himself. So I wonder if some of these Asian teams are starting to realize that. Surely at this point.
Solo by name, Solo by nature.
Exactly.
HSK, he spots one dropping down. Summer still out in the open. Oh my goodness, so close to taking down Zeph.
It's just never a favorable engagement, you know, with an A4. You have to hit the dink there. I feel there's so many times I've got like 90 and 4, 98 and 4 or whatever, and you just get your head ripped off by an AK.
Yeah, feels bad indeed for Summer. He was trying to create an opportunity at mid, trying to get aggressive in, but...
And he did everything right. You know, you landed your full shots with the rifle, but unfortunately, on that line, Zeph's moving across. It's really hard to keep controlling with the A4. You can only land so many shots, so if one of them's not a dink and the T's able to readjust, it's actually disadvantaged the longer that the fight goes on. You know, not only because of the one T, but also because of his mates backing him up.
Especially considering the fact that there may not be, like, could be more T's and whatnot. And now the AK is actually coming out from Palace. They've heard the CT player. Orman sticking around for maybe just a little bit too long. And now Attacker coming out of the jungle line. But instantly, MVP.PK just turning all their attention to jungle and making sure he can't get out alive. So a good start for Flash Gaming is now petered off into an average half, in all honesty. And Lovey just getting a few kills here. Maybe he can make something work out, but the tier does drop down. Could have been something. Zeph would have been low, and a pistol could have cleaned him up. But 8-7 to MVP, and now jumping on the CT side as well. You have to hope Flash Gaming will be able to hit some nice AK-47 shots of their own as well. Otherwise, it may just be done for the series.
Yeah, I mean, 8-7 half could go either way from this point. Mirage is one of those maps where you can be, you know, aggressive on both halves, and Flash, their T side, you can be a little bit puggy, you know, send one person out mid and just, like, try to explode out A. You know, you can do contact B plays. You saw PK do the structured version of some of those, but you can get away with a bit of a messy T side on this map. So if the individuals do continue stepping up for Flash, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to come back into it. Could start with a nice pistol, though.
Absolutely, that's what they need to build the round buffer. But if MVP take this pistol, well, it could be over quite soon. This is actually something we've been seeing a lot more recently with the triple A sites, triple A site stack. It is coming out on the pistols, because normally we see before about 3 months ago they play from ticket, they'd play retake. Oh, the T's are coming here, we'll play retake. But now the CT is looking to fight, and Flash Gaming 2 out of Palace, 3 out of A ramp. Here come the nades. Here's going to be coming in the signaling from the T's that they're going to be attacking. And Lovey's going to check underneath balcony immediately. They're going to clear a lot of these positions. And Zion won't be able to make any impact this time because Lovey's doing so much work right now. Love seeing that coming out of Lovey. He's the one who's been stepping up consistently so far because that's 3 in the pistol. Good stuff.
Lovey, he wants this map.
And if it means single-handedly killing 4 CTs and maybe killing the 5th one, so be it. An attacker can just hear Solo trying to run away right now. So it won't be the ace going in the hands of Lovey. But my goodness, that was some sharp entering kills.
Absolutely. And very good game sense, clearing out all the right spots. Not letting these PK players get away with too much. And that's what Flash needed, you know? I feel like I don't have a lot of faith in their T side on a map that's not their map pick. So if we're looking to see a competitive map here, you know, they're going to need to get a couple breaks.
And surely, I feel like for Flash Gaming as well, though, they surely should know enough in terms of the basic strats. Solo missing the scout shot, maybe going a little bit greedy for the headshot, and someone's going to time it through the smoke. Scout's going to be retrieved by HSK, who does have armor. But MVP have already lost a few members. But Zeph actually just crawls in and finds a timing on one of them. Is able to get a Molotov as well. That Molly is not going to push him off anywhere. He's able to say,
Flash. Man, already in a 4-on-4. PK are in some pretty interesting spots. And I mean, I feel like every time Glow's alive with the CZ in his hand, it's scary stuff. That guy's always so insane with that weapon.
Now, this is a good setup coming out from MVP as well. You've got the scout retrieved, and that's going to be HSK just holding back, and he's going to come into the B-bomb site. You've got one sitting on balcony right now, and he's probably most likely watching Palace. They're actually stacking a lot of members at the B, and I'm not... Okay, so Zion's under Palace, but I wouldn't necessarily start stacking so many people over Zion by himself. I mean, he's got a lot of one-on-one deals to work with, which is a good thing.
Ooh. Could he catch this bomber off guard? It is Summer.
I don't think Summer's going to be caught off guard for some reason. And Summer's going to be checking this angle. Zion trying to play a little bit off angle, but my goodness, he comes out on top. He's expecting a trade coming forward. There's no one there. It's actually Orman coming in from behind. Orman, that's messy, but he does get the job done. Takes a lot of damage though. Now HSK trying to make his way into ticket as fast as he can, but Attacker going to come forward with the Khalil. Glow finding another kill with the CZ, but Aeon's there with the AK-47. All down to Zeph right now on a 1-on-2. He's been spotted out. 2 tangos to be fighting. Won't be able to find any of them, and Flash Gaming, it was scary for them, but they're able to close it out.
And they retained 2 of their AKs, so that's better than expected. They did get the bomb plant down as well. PK looking to do more damage in this round before they head into the next one, and then the contest really starts. What the Flash have up their sleeve to defend some of these PK CT rounds. I mean, same thing as their T side. When I used to watch PK on this map, it was very centric around the B apartments control and lots of players towards A, and they never really put a lot of emphasis on mid. I feel like a lot of the time when I watch PK on this map, it's like, send Zion to mid, go kill. It would be like in mid window with a rifle, and even you would have HSK or Solo AWPing, and they'd be AWPing the bomb sites, not middle.
Yeah. Well, pretty much that's the round over and done for. Pretty quick.
Not much to talk about.
Yeah, only USPs, MVP, just trying to take one-on-one deals all across the board.
Gonna definitely... Oh, actually, sorry. I thought the MAC-10 was on the side of MVP. So I would have said definitely going to keep that MAC-10 if you're PK, but we'll see if Flash do opt to keep it. He seems pretty happy with it, so Orman's going to roll out with that. And you know what? Money not too bad despite a couple of losses. And here's the smokes. Does make it into the window as well as the cat smoke.
But there's already one,
smoke.
but HSK is already fast up. He's made the jump, and there's also another one not backing him up just yet. He's just staying hidden around the smoke so far. But Glows are able to find one. HSK now coming out at the edge of the smoke, able to also find one before he's been traded out, but they now know there's more at mid. And Attacker, where does HP? He just got melted by Zeph. All I just saw is that HP just depleting away, and it's like, ooh, looks like he's eating a lot of gun bullets. And Zeph still looking to fight on 31 HP.
It's completely different to what PK used to do on this map, and it just shows, you know, how much they've grown as a team and how much they've started to adjust, because Zion's on A under balcony, he's pushed Palace, and the rest of them are fighting mid, like, coordinated, fighting for mid very heavily.
But, I mean, I think that boils down to just having the experience and practice to rotate accordingly. And Glow, he might just be taken off guard. He's done a little bit of damage to Summer. gets 4 bullets into him, but not enough. And Zeph's been boosting up a Ninja right now. That's not a spot you'd be expecting as Flash Gaming at this stage in time. You'd be expecting a CT, a back pillar, maybe bench dancing around. Solo's going to peek out and try to find Aeon right now, who's slowly coming closer. And Aeon's going to have to explode here. Completely blinded off. Zeph's just going to stay up there. He only hears 1 so far, so he's not too concerned.
Puts him down straight away, and it's all on Summer on 12 HP. He's going to run his way through Connector, and Zion's just waiting for him in the Palace.
Yeah, Summer, so many angles he needs to check. And
what a brave plant as well.
It is brave. I mean, he has to make a risk at this point in time. He just wants the money. He's not going to get any of it. Flash Game can still buy it, though. An MVP, though. That was a very, very strong mid kind of game take, or mid-map take, should I say.
Orman's going to have to drop an... Oh, he's not going to drop an AK. He's going to opt to go for the utility, and Aeon's going to have to settle with an ump. Just a Flash. Definitely could have made better use of their money there. He had 6.6k. That's enough for an AK drop. But maybe Aeon's confident. He doesn't need utility. He doesn't need UMPs. I mean, he doesn't need AK, rather. He does need a UMP.
He just needs the ump. .45. So Flash Gaming taking this mid control again. Glow just at the edge of the smoke. Aeon just eating a grenade. Never fun when it's like you've got only a UMP and it's like you're already down to half your HP. Glow's still playing so close to this. He's heard 1 T coming under window, so he's going to call that out to his teammates. All right, there's 1 under window. Heard him run there. Don't know where the other T's are just yet, but Zeph just once again in the ladder position. He's very comfortable here.
And definitely the superior utility still left on the MVP. 3 mollies and a flash, whereas, you know, Flash, they're going to have to use their flashes and use their aim to get into these bomb sites. But it's been pretty rough for them.
Yep, they're just losing.
Being so aggressive on A.
I mean, this
doesn't care.
This is Zion at his finest, right? Where he gets a kill and walking out T, where I think it was Summer trying to create an opportunity. And every single time, like, there's contact, right? MVP just go, all right, how many are there? All right, let's go take control of a different part of the map. So you can see Solo. I don't even know when Solo got there, but he's got this deep B apps control. So the only thing they need to be concerned about right now is Connector, and as well as this short position. But they're going for A right now, and Zion just posted up on balcony. This might throw a bit of a spanner in the works, because Flash Gaming probably checking underneath it, but not checking up. But Orman, good flick from him to take down a very dangerous player. Now down to a 2-on-2 as Orman's going to go for the plant. They're going to go for ticket control. They're trying to spray through triple, and it's going to do a lot of damage, but they won't be able to find the kill. Zeph just needs to find 1 more, 2 more bullets, but he won't be able to land them. He's still barely alive, just holding firm. But there it is. He's finally going to go down. Now Lovey's going to have to go big, but Zeph, once again, AK-47 headshot. And MVP will take another 1 on X Clutch. Or 1-on-1 in this particular scenario. But really, these games, or these rounds are coming very, very close so far. Flash Gaming must be feeling disheartened, but they're not out of it just yet. These are coming very, very tight.
Yeah, and the bomb plant going down is going to help them a little bit, but it's not going to, by any means, give them enough money to buy. Luckily, only a single eco. They can invest a little bit of money, maybe give themselves a chance in this round, or maybe buy some utility that can actually get them
they're
like
going
a
for
bomb plant.
They're going for the complete force bar. They've got 5k on Orman. They've got 5k,
it's
4k.
10-10. You don't need to... I mean, look at PK's money. I guess you could say you might be able to reset PK in this scenario, but I don't know. I'm not feeling great about this one, Kev.
It may work out because MVP may not be expecting it. So flashbang onto A and an immediate explosion out mid. Glow, now the catwalk pressure coming out. Glow's going to have to take a lot of tangos down, but he won't be able to do so. Eventually, there's enough Ts that can spray him down. And now they're coming onto the A bomb site. Zion, a lot of work to do. He's managed to make his way to Tetris this time, watching multiple angles. They're clearing out everything but A ramp right now. And Zion just making sure it's clear, and he's going, all right, A ramp's clear, so I can put my back to it. And he wants to be fighting in the open. Going to be trying to find the timing on the Ts, who are slowly crawling onto the A bomb site.
They're looking everywhere for him because they know Zion is the A player and he's still alive.
But he's also found another T right now, and he's just buying time for the rotation. And the T's eventually going to have to try to pinch him off. But Solar's managed to make his way to ticket. There's one in jungle as well. The T's are just spread out. There's still one at top mid. Attacker is still there, trying to find any of the CTs. Zeph just coming out of jungle a little bit too far. Has his leg spotted out by Orman.
All on Zion and Solo. They have got a pretty effective crossfire, but it's not really going to mean anything if Flash ends up going to B.
And go to B and dash. How does... Oh, that's really messy from Zion, but he's able to close it off the T. There's still one in jungle. I'm not certain if Zion heard Attacker or not. But it's going a long way around, and Attacker should be able to shut him down. So Flash Gaming with a force buy will force MVP to an eco. Unless Zion wins this. How does he win this aim deal? It's all of a sudden down to a 1-on-1. He's on 7 HP.
He's got a molly as well. If he knows that Allman's going to be at B Apartments, he can
Allman's
drop
got
that
a molly as well, though. So it's kind of like a tit for tat right now at the stage. And Zion's coming the long way around at the stage. So he's
he
going to be
knows that
hurt
he's
out.
not cut, so he's either at bench and he's done a trick plant, or he's in apps. He's going to molly out the bench. Yeah, he can't really do much.
50-50 at this stage.
No, you can't do much in this scenario because Allman could just drop the molly on you and you've got no health, so...
Yep,
Allman's
Allman spotted it out. Yep, he's going to take a bit of damage. Oh, what is that damage from Zion? It's keeping Allman back.
Doesn't drop the molly. He's going to die. Both of them do go down. And that's a broke MVP.PK. And pretty good money on the across the board on Flash, so... I don't know, they could take this one out. I didn't really have high hopes for them, but Kevin, you never lost faith.
Well, it's still, the game is actually poised in such a tightrope at the moment. Complete contrast to Inferno. Inferno was, well, pretty much MVP's game to lose there. Now it's both sides' game to win right now, and MVP.PK just going to be buying very little pistols. They know they're going to have to go on the double eco. Hard decision to make, to know that you're most likely going to be going down 13-10. And Flash Gaming, what's been working them so far is just this relentless mid-aggression. I think MVP on their buy round will be looking on how to shut this out.
Def's giving Attacker a little bit of a love tap in mid there. Just going to fall off though. Same sort of anti-eco from Flash as we saw from MVP, just leaving one in the T spawn. And most of their players towards mid.
And Solo pushing a little bit too far. He managed to push all the way through B outs, but now Attacker going to take a 15 damage dink, but Zeph actually picks up a kill. There's a CZ on the angle. He actually gets the dinks down. So the USB actually picking up 2. Now, not enough damage to really retrieve an AK-47. Glow, though, if he finds the opportunity, but he won't find the opportunity. Allman's able to come back. He's checking his corners. He's making sure his sectors are clear. Love seeing that.
And Zion's still alive with the CZ. Might be able to get a little bit more damage out of this round, but without a kit, it's pretty unlikely he's going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, he's just looking to get a kill and maybe just take away an AK-47 to keep it with him into the next round. But Summer is the only person who will be presenting him the opportunity to do so. And both, I was about to say Zion trying to play an off angle, but Summer's just well aware of what's going on. Clears it out all sneaky beaky like, and MVP, tough decision to make whether they want to eco force.
Not. Definitely a save, in my opinion.
I mean, I would advise for a save as well.
Whenever MVP was down and out, when we saw them play before, it's the double AWP.
They forced.
Guess they're going for it.
Mitch, no one's listening to you tonight. As soon as you go, look, I'd eco here, they just
I would definitely eco here, and especially because a lot of the games I've seen from PK, they would, especially on this map as well, they would go straight out for the double AWP.
Yeah, and they're trying to contest mid. Not going to work out again. Flash Gaming just been rolling out mid right now and just taking the aim deals and winning them. And after the first 2 opening picks, they can just slow it down and just allow MVP to, you know, pretend they're getting some map control. Then just going to group up in a bomb site. And you can see right now they're waiting for maybe a solo extremity player, maybe a Zion. Well, Zion's dead, but maybe an A site extremity player as well. It's not going to come out. HSK, they should hear this flashbang into A ramp, so they should know, all right, there's been a flash play at A, so they're going to try and take this control here. In reality, it's actually one push in the Palace, and Solo just by himself trying to hold off B.
Just going to sit around the ladder room. Going to move towards the B-bomb site now, as well as HSK, because they do have control of the Palace, thanks to Glow. Flash still pretty spread out, just trying to gather some info. And in a 4 versus 3 situation, you know, there's 2 kind of approaches you can take. You either just force stack towards a bomb site and hope that even if it is stacked, you play it correctly and you win. Or, you know, you sort of spread extra people out on the extremities, try to gather MVP's positioning and get whatever the 3 versus 1 is you can try and muster.
They're not going to expect another one here, surely. And Solo has to go huge with the MP9 right now. That's going to be a hell of a difficult shot to hit. Where's the Molotovs? No Molotovs just yet. He's got a single flashbang to play with. And the flashbang is not going to blind anyone. He's just trying to buy enough time. He's still... How is he winning these deals with an MP9? Finally goes down, but he gets 2 kills. Now Glow coming in from behind. Now, the good thing, though, Allman, he's been really solid for Flash Gaming so far this entire game. And he's looking at the correct position one more time. And he should be able to get the shot onto Glow, but Glow is still sneaking up ever closer, trying to find his window of opportunity. Oh, he might have just found it. He just needs to find Lovey right now. Lovey in the open. How has he landed that with the FAMAS dropping down? And MVP.PK just get around out of almost nowhere.
They don't deserve it, Kevin. They don't deserve it.
Oh, man. Glow must be glowing with pride at the moment. Flash Gaming, they have enough money to buy. But what is that shot coming out of FAMAS? Dropping down, still lands a bullet. Now it's going to put the AK-47 bullet a little bit more different to where it should have landed.
It's
and
just
Glow wins the duel.
It's going to be a fiesta throughout the rest of this game now, Kev. It's just going to be, you guys have 3K and we have 3K. I bet we can beat you with our 3K.
I mean, just watch this, okay? He drops down. He lands a shot in mid-air. That's going to put a little bit of aim punch. No, it wasn't a dink. It was about 25 FAMAS damage. But that puts the AK-47 aim off. Doesn't matter if you got armor.
Window smoke misses in this critical round, and Solo's on the AWP. He's not in, where's he at? He's at Cat.
And they're going to be coming out of Palace.
Glow's in a really good spot to stop this. They're not throwing out stairs smoke or anything. Out comes the smoke towards Palace. If Glow doesn't get flashed off this line, it's just going to be a slaughter. Oh my god. The Palace explode. If ever there was a setup you wanted to see to punish people just sprinting out the Palace, that's what you want. But they are going to fall off of it.
Yeah, Glow maybe expecting a few in Palace, but he doesn't throw his incendiary grenade out yet. The contact play trying to make a kill onto HSK, but now Zine and Glow are going to peek out. And they know Aeon is still on top of balcony. Aeon trying to spray through to try to get the counter pick, but there's also one crawling slow up Cat. He's going to take down Solo. Attacker now going to be crunching onto the A-bomb site, and Zeph needs to get this kill onto Summer, but he's looking at the, yeah, it's Attacker. But he's going to go down, and now it's all down to a solo player on Aeon. That is sharp coming out from Zine.
There goes your money, Flash Gaming. They're going to have to concede it back to PK's territory for a bit. Buy a couple CZs, buy some, P250s, whatever, and just try to chip away at their economy so that when you come back in with the next gun round, you can perhaps reset them, and towards the end of the map, that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. You want to force them into an economic corner, you want to force them to go onto those FAMASs, those umps, not have those incendiaries, and then punish them for that to close out the map.
Yeah, so this game still, once again, we thought Flash Gaming may be able to pull it away a little bit, but Glow with that 1-on-2 clutch with the FAMAS is able to now swing the tide of favor back to the Koreans. And a very, very fast window boost coming out. I'm not certain if Glow is aware of this. Might be crunched on with the CZ, needs to be cautious. Oh, he loses so much HP. And Allman trying to come up, trying to get a trade. HSK going, no, you're not taking out my body like that.
They really need to retain these weapons, so Glow, go hide in the corner. Your job's done. Look at him. He's in CT spawn. He's just going to chill. He does not want to lose that rifle.
He's just going to make sure that the vent position is going to be cleared. They're going to try and make a contact play at B.
Yeah, it's going to be down on Solo. He's on the off angle there. He's waiting for people to walk out the apartments.
Head down, head up, head spotted, head dead. Beautiful stuff from Solo. Just getting the kill and then repositioning where Aeon, yeah, he can come out, but won't be able to get any more kills because Solo
into the back wall.
Yeah, and that's a very clean round which MVP needed, not dropping a single gun, just building up a little bit of money at the moment because they know Flash Gaming are going to be coming hard at them in this round, and the AK is going to be out. Summer, where's his cash? I thought Summer had more money than that. Why does he only have 2.8k?
Huh. One of them bought a deagle.
Surely it shouldn't have dropped his money down that low.
Not
but
sure.
That's a pause being called right now. I'd say that's a tactical pause on the side of Flash Gaming.
Yeah, the pause after you spend all your money on attacker's side.
Oh, so they're going to force up here 100%. Summer's going to have to opt with a UMP or something else. But, man, this has been definitely a game that I was expecting to watch between MVP.PK and Flash Gaming.
Nail biter. What is the strat to come out from Flash? What is your, pretty much, I mean, at this point, it's pretty close to map point. This is one of the most important rounds of the entire series. If you lose this one, your chances of not going through to APAC are so high.
Yeah, you get dropped down to the lower bracket where you have to fight through more series to try to make your way into the APAC Pro League finals. But you win this right now, you make your way forward, you'll be dueling out with the best from the rest of the Asia Pacific region. And instantly there's going to be aggression amid Aeon, just going to be bopping his head up and down, but that's not going to work against Glow because he's going to clean up with a headshot. Now Allman, he's missed his window of opportunity. It's even just going to be fired off, actually, as a matter of fact. He's been fired, and he's not allowed any position in.
Unfortunate. He'll have to go and look for a position in another round, perhaps.
And a correct decision for him to try to reinforce his mid player, but just too many CTs there. So even though Flash Gaming try to get this mid control afterwards, it's already too late. They've already lost a member down. Now, the good thing for them is that they've tagged Glow down low, and it has forced a lot of utility out of the CTs. The CTs only have 2 incendiary grenades and a flashbang left. They have to be trying to make these fights work out for them. And Flash Gaming just giving it grouping up and trying to make a play, but Zion has just spotted one cross to short. He's going to go, all right, one's just crossed. He's still going to try to deal it out with one in connector, but that's a hard shot to hit as a CT, and he's going to go down to Ormond, so the number's going to be tied a piece once again. They've got window control on the back of this, and one's just going to jump, just lower down, just fake out the CTs. Just go, we could have him one in window.
They're taking too long, though. Look at the positioning of these CTs. I mean, HSK, he's on, you know, behind the firebox at A. If they go A, he's in such a great position. These entries need to go so cleanly, so fast, so good for Flash.
Solo needs to do so much more work. He needs to step up at the moment. He's stepping up indeed. He's buying enough time for the rotations. Hopefully, Attacker's just going to go for the safety plan, but Summer loses so much HP. Zeph going in for the spray, but he barely misses the timing, and the T is going to wander around and find Zeph pretty easily. So now it's all down to HSK. 1-on-2 coming in from mid. Surely he's made noise, and Summer, he's watching the angle, trying to get the headshot, and there it is. He's going to clean up. Good round coming out from Summer and Attacker to close that out. As now, once again, the scores are drawn 13 apiece, and MVP gonna have to buy up in this one, obviously.
Where's the AWP coming out for MVP?
AWP's going in the hands of HSK, but what are they going to be doing with this AWP? A lot of investment, a double AWP coming out, as a matter of fact, on the back of this.
Backs against the wall, straight into the double AWP.
And Glow is probably not going to have anything. Oh, no, he's been dropped in M4, so it's a lot of firepower to work with, not as much utility. And Flash Gaming maybe looking to do a B-site crunch by the looks of it. They've already got 2 in B apps and 2 in mid and just 1 in the Palace. I think they may have recognized that Zion or the A-site players love taking the Palace position as soon as Flash Gaming take mid.
Summer's just in position, waiting for that. They're playing pretty defensively. I mean, MVP did pretty much run at them last round, but it's a completely different look in this gun round. They got the double AWP. They're waiting to punish any of Flash getting a little bit too eager on any of the extremities of the map. Solo's just AWPing the close B apps line from deep behind bench. Other AWP, where's that at? Got HSK.
He's posted up at CT, I'd say. Triple watching A ramp, and you've just got one watching connector right now. I mean, you've also got Zeph controlling connector, and this is what allows Solo to do right now.
But they've got no one in the middle of the map. Like, if Flash gets someone in window, like, this round's over.
And Flash maybe lining up to get one person into window, but no one there really with Lovey at the moment. So Zeph, it's really up to him to try to make this play, but the grenade's going to do so much damage. That's a perfect grenade coming out. But oh my goodness, HSK and Zion, they find 2 immediately in connector. And now Aeon as well as Lovey going to be pushing up, and Solo, he's going to come out with the AWP and find 1. I don't think they've spotted out Glow just yet. They've taken out 1, but Glow just lurking at the edge of the smoke. That's a shot from Ormond, but it's an open plan, and Glow and HSK, they're going to shut this out. So MVP are going to be able to take at least a single AWP into the next round.
Look at the money on Flash.
They're going to have to either decide to eco at the moment.
No, they have to force, but because Summer's double eco, mate. They have to force.
And they are going to be forcing indeed, which means that MVP winning a very critical round, but it's not over just yet from Flash. We've seen what damage these CZs can do. And now it's Eagle coming out as well. Attacker not buying up. So a very mixed buy going on. What's happening here for Flash Gaming?
I suppose Summer just goes, I'm double eco, so I'm going to buy both rounds, and the rest of you can save for whatever in the following rounds. But, I mean, what's the point of saving on the side of Lovey if, you know, you're going to end up with 3k? They're giving themselves a decent chance to actually win this round, but interesting Molly coming out there.
I think he may have spotted the leg of Attacker, so would have tried to push him off. They've given a lot of control to the T's at the moment because MVP do not want to be losing too many guns. I think one was spotted at mid, so they're expecting maybe someone in window. But with how the CTs are positioned at the moment, they are a little bit susceptible to this B-side push. HSK is floating back to make sure the vent position's covered. Solo doesn't have a great idea what's happening on how many Ts there are. He knows there's 1, doesn't know there's 3. And Attacker's coming ever closer.
Just classic stuff from MVP. They're falling back on their staples, just playing the bomb sites, not really worrying too much about mid. They had some aggression towards mid in the earlier parts of both halves, just to keep their opponents guessing, but now straight back to what they're comfortable with.
Taking the duels, just making sure I'm relying on their crossfires, and Flash Gaming, a single flashbang may have been nefarious for the CT side, but they just have to make a dry contact. Attacker's already out. I'm not certain if he's heard Solo, but Solo's dueling it out right now. He's taking a lot of damage, but the Teagle shot's not going to be landing, and Glow's there to make sure his teammate is safe. Now they know the last one is Archers. Summers retrieved an AK-47, but already too low after the contact on Solo, and Glow's going to finish it off. And MVP, not only are they on match point, they're on series point, and they are on the APAC ESL Pro League Season 7 qualification point for the finals as well. And that would be a big achievement for MVP.PK coming into 2018.
No doubt, just another thing to add to their recent strings of progression, I would say. You know, going overseas a couple of times, getting to, you know, cut their teeth against some of the best of them.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of holes here and there that they can use this opportunity to kind of patch up, but they can see how they fare against the Southeast Asian teams as well as the Australian, New Zealand teams if they are able to take out this round or the next one. Otherwise, we're into overtime, and that's really anyone's game. And Flash Gaming, 3 AK-47s, a Khalil and a CZ. Suboptimal, but they can make this work out. And they've got 2 in mid, 2 in the unders, and 1 in Palace once again.
Flash, once again, looking a little bit lost, as we saw in the last series. They've really got to make something happen in this round. It's just indecision is their worst enemy, as we saw, you know, on their Inferno 2 side. So they're really going to need to hunt down one of these openings and then act quickly upon it, because MVP, they're comfortable in these crossfires. They're just spotting mid for control. He's seen Orman. He's just going to drop some utility. No, holding on to it a little longer. Zeph holding strong in the ladder room. They're really making Flash work for these picks, and they're just running out of time.
Yeah, and as time is dwindling away, this is when the CT is going to be dropping their utility and make it so difficult for Flash to make their way forward. Ullman has to just go so risky and dry walk out. And Glow is going to be surprised by 1, but he still managed to turn around. Spots out 2 more. HSK, I think he's legged down Aeon. But Zion is now coming out under Palace. He's found 1. Aeon's reloading, but no, Summer has to go in for the knife. He'll get the knife. That was a very messy fight, but it's still a 2-on-3. Aeon, the bomb is lost, and I'd say that all hope is lost for Flash Gaming, because Summer, he won't be able to land the shots, and MVP.PK are your first team to qualify from the Chinese region for the ESL Pro League APAC Finals. Congratulations to Project Korea. Well deserved, honestly, in that series. They looked a little bit down at the beginning of Mirage and maybe down at some other occasions.
They were just too lax after that stomp on Inferno, and they sort of brought it together. They fell back on the fundamentals at the end of the game, exactly what they're comfortable with. And Flash, I mean, you got to see what both teams were made of really towards the end of that game. Flash just looking completely indecisive. PK, you know, making them work for it. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, we had a very, very competitive map number 2. I'm definitely not complaining. Unfortunately, it is MVP taking the victory for... I mean, if you're a Flash Gaming fan, unfortunately, it's MVP taking the victory. If you're an MVP fan, which I think Mitch definitely is, they take a very, very clean 2-0 at the end of the day. I mean, Mirage was very close at certain points. A lot of highlights from both sides. We're talking Flash Gaming earlier on, you know, they were stepping it up, doing so much work, doing really, really well. But then HSK, this is the round where it changed for MVP on the T side. He was able to take down 4, and even though he didn't win, I think that was the moment where it's like, hang on, we're sensing blood in the water. We're hitting our shots. We're able to roll forward right now and take these rounds from here on in. So it's a very equal half, I think an 8-7 split. But Flash Gaming, I think, picked up both pistols as well, which is when you... Like, when you boil it down, you picked up both pistols, and they still lost 16-13.
Yeah. And, I mean, I feel like, all that being said, Flash, you know, they had a couple good rounds. We got to see a bit of stuff from both Summer and Attacker and some of the new guys as well. Orman's been pretty impressive all night, and some, you know, a couple of sharp shots from Aeon as well, so... Although, you know, they did lose 2-0 and the first map was just a complete annihilation from PK, they got to show a little bit of what they're made of, and, you know, you still can see how much depth of talent there is left in the Chinese scene.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's not over just yet for Flash Gaming. They still have another chance in the lower bracket, so I'm fairly certain that we'll be seeing them later on in the upcoming evenings. But for now, MVP.PK are our first victors, which is good to see. Yep. For anyone who's been waiting for an MVP.PK resurgence again, for Flash Gaming, another opportunity, you know, gone maybe missing a little bit. Inferno not showing up. Mirage, a couple of few rounds where they may have lost control a little bit, maybe not tight enough, just running out of time. I think ultimately at the end of the day, I think Project Korea just showed their class. They were just a cut above better. 2-0 scoreline reflects that. I mean, a couple of rounds where they got a little bit lucky, like you're falling down with the FAMAS and you're getting a shot off. That was a big game changer in my mind. 12 all.
Oh, yeah.
And that FAMAS just adding maybe a little bit of extra aim punch to the AK-47. I mean, maybe we can slow it down and take a look back in the future. But for me, that was a big game changer. And from there, MVP looked pretty clean in closing it out.
Yeah, massive impact round coming out. And, you know, those are the important ones that decide games, decide series, you know, decide whole careers, really. I mean, opportunities that you can glean off, you know, just being able to close out those kind of rounds it's a skill that's unquantifiable.
Absolutely. And, well, congratulations to MVP.PK for our first match. But we also have another qualifying match up ahead. It is going to be the Mongols as well as 5-Power. This is going to be an absolutely exciting one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh,
Stay up.
no.
Stay up. Doesn't matter. You drop your smoke. See you, mate.
Bro's
just
got a galil.
Ooh, that's
alright.
man's landed there. Finding two targets, both underneath window, but Aeon! Huge spray coming up with the A4. He's had enough being bullied out. He's going to find two, and he's looking for more right now. He's actually found 3 so far, 34 HP. Oh, no. HSK. He's just troubles. 20 seconds left. The T's going to have to commit to the flank. Attacker needs to land the shot, but he won't be able to do it before the bomb plant goes down. Does actually get the kill. What a shot coming out from Aeon. This is gaming is now petered off into an average half, in all honesty. And Lovey just getting a few kills here. Maybe he can make something work out. Sneaking up ever closer, trying to find his window opportunity. Oh, he might have just found it. He just needs to find Lovey right now. Lovey in the open. How has he landed that with a